And this is a nice celebration. It's a happy night. Not that our next piece isn't that. It really is that in so many ways. But it's also a piece that tells us quite a story. And I would like to just kind of get you into the idea of the story, because it may be a piece that you've not heard before. It's very different. Nothing like what you've heard tonight in any way. The piece is titled Angels in the Architecture, and it really is a magnificent college-level work. Collegiate bands play this piece often. It challenges the band in nearly every way. Every section has a significant challenge in this piece, whether it's technical or lyrical. The students really, truly have risen to the challenge of this. And when I thought about doing this back in December, I really wasn't sure, because I just didn't know them very well yet. And they've proven to themselves, I think, and certainly to me, that they are more than capable of handling this college-level literature. And for those of you who were at state contest a couple weeks ago, I think you could agree that it's not something you'll soon forget. The piece is a little out there, so I want to just read for you a very quick description that the composer himself wrote about the piece, so that you, as the audience, can follow along on the story and understand what's going on. Angels in the Architecture begins with a single voice. In our case, Miss Alana Risley will be singing a 19th century Shaker song. This represents an angel, and it frames the work, surrounding it with a protective wall of light and establishing the divine. Other representations of light, played by instruments rather than sung, include a traditional Hebrew song of peace and the well-known 16th century Genevan psalter, Old Hundredth. Old Hundredth is also known as the doxology, and it's a hymn I'm sure many of you have heard at some point. These three borrowed songs, despite their very religious origins, are meant to transcend any one religion, representing the more universal idea of peace, hope, and love. An original chorale, appearing twice in the work, that Tekeli composed himself, represents his personal expression of these aspirations. In opposition to the light, there are turbulent, fast-paced music, which appears as a symbol of darkness, death, and spiritual doubt. Twice during the piece, these shadows sneak in almost unnoticeably, slowly obscuring and eventually obliterating the light altogether. The darkness will prevail for long stretches of time, but the light always returns, inextinguishable, more powerful than before. The piece ends as it began. The angel reappears singing the same comforting words, but deep below, a final shadow reappears, distantly, ominously. This is Angels in the Architecture.